it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a dork, it's a couple dorks, reminiscing some nostalgia in classic video games, toys, and cartoons. I'm your boy Blaise McCoy, and with my awesome friend Super Nacho, we invite you to join us in the Legion of Dork, a podcast where we talk about our favorites of the past and discuss it all with you. The good old days when video game arcades were full, pinball, and more. When the toy stores were stocked to the ceilings with all your favorites like G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Well, it started all with Pong with me in the 70s. Then Atari, Nintendo, Sega, ColecoVision, and television, and more brought new classics. Classics like Space Invaders, pew pew pew, and Donkey Kong. God. Pitfall! Dig Dug was a great one. Spent a lot of quarters on Galaga, that's for damn sure. Tecmo Bowl, hut, touchdown, and all the sports games. Super Mario Brothers became an instant classic, so did Zelda and Sonic the Hedgehog. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a great one to play. So was Street Fighter, Hadouken, and all the fighting games. Star Wars toys and Hot Wheels is where I started collecting toys back in the day. Masters of the Universe, and you can't forget the bad guys. Of course, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Inhumanoids are here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. Can't forget the wrestling figures, WWF, AWA, and those little guys, the Muscles. Yeah, I love playing with those, are great. Thundercats, ho! And even Voltron brought them all together with movies, cartoons, and toys. Join us in the Legion of Dork right here on the Blaise Radio Network here on YouTube. Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Blaise McCoy. We're back with another Legion of Dork. How about it? Well, it's about that time, you know. Last time we took a couple months before we came back. This time we figured we'd bring something back, and we planned this previously with one of our special guests tonight, because we got a double header here tonight on YouTube. That's right here on the Blaise Radio Network. And right afterwards, a familiar, sound, I guess I should say, you might hear on Big Daddy Beard Gaming Promotions later on tonight. Battle of the Beats 2. You've heard him on my show. DJ Arrow, Banji Boy is one of the competitors, contestants, friends, just people hanging out, listening to music made by the creators. Live. It's going to be really dope later on tonight on Big Daddy Beer Gaming Promotions. He's in the live chat. Make sure you drop your link there too, BDB. I hit you up so you can, just because make sure everybody checks out right after this 9 p.m. Eastern. It's the Battle of the Beats, baby. And we'll be talking to everybody that we normally have here. We got special guests. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about toys. We're going to talk about video games. All retro. You know how we do it here. We've opened up with our first Legion of Dork with He-Man, Transformers, and the Atari 2600. The second one focused on everything Spider-Man. You know, he covers all the bases, the man. And Nintendo's first system. We had 80s cartoons on the third episode. Family Game Night. We're talking about board games and how that evolved into pretty much video games and VHS games and DVD games along the way as well. We did 80s sitcoms, and we did 80s game shows, and focused on Star Wars the last time. We got a couple more features coming up here in Legion of Dork. Tonight we got a three-way, a split right up the middle, right down the middle. We got toys, cartoons, and music for the first time here. We're going to talk about some 80s one-hit wonders in our final segment. We're going to cover some gross toys from the 80s and 90s. You guys got to remember some of those. Oh, boy. So, anywho, we're going to hit up our first segment, which is four of the, maybe, I guess you could say, the Mount Rushmore of 90s cartoons. We're going to cover four of the funniest cartoons, wildest, even a little bit of adult humor slid in there. Of course, never hurt anybody. But we're going to bring on our guest, my co-host, first of all, Super Nacho. I forgot to do your big intro. Like, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a dork.
That's all right.
I was like, oh my God, I gotta find his damn card so I can do his announcement. Faster than a crack dealer chasing a man. I forget what it was. All kind of different things. Good to see you, my friend. How are you today?
What's up, man?
always a good time when the awesome friends get together. We got Super Nacho in the building to talk about some retro toys, games, and all that good stuff. It's a little eclectic here tonight this time. We've had some focused on either specific brand or a specific thing and thrown in some video games. Tonight it's all kind of mishmash, but we're going to have a good time with it. We have our returning special guest co-host again here, Cassie Madam Red. Welcome.
Hello, my loves.
Pleasure to have you, of course. On the show, that is.
Of course. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yes. We're gonna have, it's gonna be a little fun little sing along. We're gonna make idiots of ourselves like we normally do. Copyright purposes, obviously, for the one hit wonder segment, we can't like play the music, but I tried to find pictures that you can hear. So pictures of the actual music, videos, some of the wild hair and stuff that was back in them days as well. So I tried to capture the essence of the song, and a lot of it will probably just come out as we can hang out and sing. Right, Cassie?
I mean, let's be real. Between me, you, and Nacho, do we really need music?
No. And if you guys have been a part
this.
of it, like Cassie's gaming streams or something, it's just natural. We just start going. So that's why I made that the later segment. But we got Monstar in the building. Good to see you. Wally, great to see you as well. Happy birthday to Tito. I guess we should sing him happy birthday. You think?
I'm always down to sing happy birthday to people.
All right. Well, let's bring on. I know he's got stuff to do. So before we sing happy birthday, we're going to say hi to Juniper, and we're going to say hi to Ripper and Jonathan, and we're going to say hi to Big Daddy Beard in the flesh. What's up, my man? There he is.
What's going on? How you feeling? How you living? Blaise, Nacho, Cassie. What's going on, everybody in the live chat?
Great to see you, man. Now, we've had this planned out before, and it kind of fell through. We had to delay it, but good things come to those who wait, right?
Absolutely.
Now, tell us about I want to interview you just real quick if you got a minute, because this is someone who's been in the community for a little while now. You guys have seen his name in the chat, and he does one thing that I'm attracted to in different YouTubers, and he's real. Just talks to the people in the chat. It's what I love, man, the conversation. And we got characters like these two crazies over here with me as well. So, I mean, I kind of draw these type of people around me, and I like bringing them into the community and then reaching into their communities and really spreading the love. And I mean, we're normally on the same wavelength, BDB, whenever we're in each other's chats and stuff. And the things you were doing, I ran across you. I didn't even know you were doing Battle of the Beats, and I saw the first one, and I was like, now this is going outside of the box. This is, I'm not doing YouTube unless I'm giving back type of shit, and that's what I'm down for too. And he's bringing in different artists so they can literally play their own music, and the people in the chat can talk about it, can get hype on it, and they vote on which one they like the most. And as much as it's a competition, it's more of just a showcase, I think, BDB. You're giving some shine to some of your family, your friends, and the people that you meet here on YouTube. And that's, I mean, people that have known me for the 5 years of here, that's what I'm all about. So tell us a little bit about, what made you want to do that Battle of the Beats, and how you came across just jumping into YouTube all into one, if you can.
Okay, so I'll start with the BOB thing. So I have multiple group chats that I do with my friends and family. So I have one in particular where it's mainly like my cousins, my brother, and a couple of our friends, like close friends that we actually all know mutually. And so I know some of them actually do music outside of being on YouTube and all their other platforms. So one particular conversation we had, one of my friends, he came on and he was playing one of his latest beats that he had just got finished doing. And so we're all listening. We're like, oh, damn, that's dope. That's a live beat. So next thing you know, one of my other friends, he's like, he drops a beat. And then everybody else, they start dropping stuff. So they're like, okay, this is what we're doing. We all having a beat battle. So now people left and right are just throwing in different beats. And I'm listening to them. I'm like, damn, this shit is dope. And then, of course, the gears in my head started turning. I was like, you know what? I want to find a way to showcase all of their talents all into one, because people who don't know, outside of gaming, I also do a lot of promotion and advertisement for anybody that's on YouTube or any other platform that wants to showcase their God-given talents and get recognized for what they do. And so I just thought about it, and I told them, I said, look, why don't we turn this into a beat battle, since, my channel is starting to make more headwaves now. and let's put something real dope together for everybody to see, and it gives you guys the opportunity to put your musical talents out there for the world to listen to and vibe with. And of course, they're all like, no, LOL, laughing, no, I don't think so, and all this stuff. They're not taking me serious, but I told them I'm very serious, because when I'm serious, I don't laugh. I'm like, look, let's do this. I'm for real. And so I think they could kind of sense it in the live chat, and they were like, oh, you're serious? I said, I'm dead ass serious. Let's do it. So they started getting their beats together. I told them, everybody that wants to participate, get your shit together. Let me know, and we're going to get it going. They started perfecting everything, going back, retwisting and focusing on some of the other stuff that they had, just bit by bit, just piecing everything together. They're like, yo, Jack, if you're serious about doing this, we got you. We got everything that we need. I said, say less, send it my way. I'm going to do all the advertisement, promoting, and we're going to get it popping. And last month, I went live. I brought everybody up. We did the thing. And it actually came out better than I expected. Within like the first 24 hours, we did like 200 views. And right now, it's edging towards 400 views. So
it was so much fun, man. I mean, and I've been to a lot of your games because he streams and he's old school like we are, guys. I mean, this guy's playing old school games just like we talk about here on Legion of Dork and stuff. And and this is proof positive right here at YouTube. Everyone talks about the negativity and this is bad and that's bad. If you're positive, it's only what you get out of it, what you can grab, because there's so much negativity. And sure, we can sit here and talk about it. Sure, we can talk about trolls, and sure, we can talk about bad stuff and people that are just out to cause trouble. It's already out there enough. I've found that I'm attracted to people that are focused on positivity. And that's what I saw with Big Daddy Beard. And the same thing with my whole community. If we're not having fun doing it, I don't want to be doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, we are a medium to give other people an opportunity to, number one, be entertained. Number two, what we're doing, and I can say the same for Nacho and Cassie for their gaming streams, and Nacho's doing the wrestling now like me. We involve the people there. So it's a unity. And I always say it, and it's corny, but I want to put unity back into the community. And
I like
people use that toxicity word so much and stuff. I'm like, if it's only toxic if you let it be. And that's one thing always in the live chats. And it's a different world here on YouTube because you have this active live chat. If you're doing live streams, is a whole different organism you got to worry about or enjoy. Well, more people end up worrying about it than enjoy. I enjoy the hell out of it. I make it a game to myself to try to make sure I shout out everybody that comes in because people want to hear their name said. That's what this whole connection on YouTube to me is all about. They want to hear their names. I've learned this from people. And a lot of people that you see in a steady YouTube community, they might be handicapped. They might be homebound. They might have something that keeps them at home or something, and we are entertaining them. We're giving them something to do, and we give them a life. Like whether it's games like BDB, you've done some of those like movie games, I call them, where you're actually making decisions going through the game.
Yeah.
You have the people in the chat helping you out too. You like doing those? That's a different type of stream.
Like the Telltale type games and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay.
I've done those, but with these are actually more interactive where I can actually pause the game or it'll stop at a certain point and I can let people make a decision and choose what we should do next. And I like to get a majority rule when I'm doing it. So if certain amount of people vote, okay, let's go here or let's do this, then I'll type it in and I basically let them be in control of the game while I'm just hosting it on my end so that we can see what the outcome is going to be. And they can feel a part of it. They can be entertained by it and they can actually choose what the outcome is going to be, which is really, really dope. So
that's the key to me. To me, that's the key is finding a way to interact with your live chat in a unique way. Anybody can do it. Anybody can press the button and go live too. And that's the thing right now. Anybody can be on YouTube. There's no test you got to take. There's no school you got to go to before you can go live. There's some bonuses you get as your channel grows, but anybody can just go live. And, that's good and bad because it's like, hi, Ivy. Welcome, Ivy. Big shout out to Ivy.
You're here too.
We are getting ready to go through and we got 3 segments here on Legion of Dork. We like to focus on retro stuff, games, toys, video games, systems, everything throwback. And a lot of these pictures I have on these slides, they talk to you. Like when you see it, I was just telling Nacho before the show, you should be able to hear the picture. And with the characters we got here, you're going to hear them. And BDB, you're welcome to hang out as long as you can while we go through some of these. If you got to roll, you got to roll, because I know you have your stream coming up at 9.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm multitasking, talking with you guys and setting everything up at the same time.
You're more than welcome to hang out as long as you want as we cover some of this stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I step out, I'll still be in the live chat and stuff, but I'm just trying to multitask. Word. But yeah, if you guys want to definitely come and check out Battle of the Beats 2 right after this, definitely feel free to do so. I already have the community tab open with voting, so if you guys want to start casting your votes, it's a 3-day voting. So I started yesterday. There'll be voting today, and there's going to be voting for tomorrow for anybody that can't make it to the live and wants to watch the replay and cast their votes. And then on the 21st, I'm going to announce the winner. I'm not going to do it like I did the first time around. Basically, what we're going to do this time is we're going to let everybody's act run, all the songs. I'm not going to stop it in between, like, okay, this was that song.
Yeah.
Each act has 4 songs. So we're just going to let it run through, do little intermissions, advertisements to promote and advertise everything else we have going on. And we're just going to keep going through each one. And as people are listening, they can start casting their votes and listening to the music, rocking out, connecting, networking,
I love it.
The whole 9 yards. So it's going to be dope. So
this guy knows what he's doing, man. This guy's a real deal when it comes to entertaining people and getting people involved. And musicians, that's one thing where my friend DJ Arrow, he's been in bands with my brother and stuff like that. He's super talented. And I started just using music like that because I was a drummer in a band. I was a DJ for years, so I got DJ skills, I got drummer skills. And I had DJ Arrow, actually a close friend of mine, teach me some software because I'm very computer savvy if I can have someone just run something through with me. So teaching me a Pro Tools type of product where I was making my own shit from nothing, a blank screen. And I understood that because of my computer background and in my music background, got to tie it together. So I got such an appreciation. And this guy here plays bass guitar. He plays guitar too. So he's a big time musician. We talk about music. Music's a big part of my channel, even though like when people say, I don't take offense to it, but I like want to correct them and tell them. People are like, it's a wrestling channel. I'm like, I'd like to think it's a lot more. Even though the main thing is wrestling, but I want to think it's that unity, bringing people together. And that's what Big Daddy Beard does too. These guys are going to showcase their music that they've made. And that's huge to someone like me. Like when I go to a concert or something, I appreciate music so much more after you're involved in creating of it. So I feel blessed to have been a part of whether it's a live band or a DJ or just making beats at home. So a lot of the beats you hear on my show, I've created from scratch, just here and there. I do basic stuff because I'm majorly drummer focused. I'm not as much melody stuff to add more to it, but with my metal and hip hop background, that's a weird eclectic mix. And the 90s, and me and BDB, one of his shows was talking about old school versus new school as far as the hip hop scene too, which I love. It was a nice little argument. And I like dropping knowledge too, because that's what I grew up on, man. Hip hop and hardcore all together, metal and stuff like that, put it all together. I like all kinds of music, basically. I'm not a big country fan. If I could kick one out, it would be country. But I'm still down with some Neil Young and some Johnny Cash type country. That I can't get wrong with that. So Big Daddy Beard's going to stick around as long as he can. We're going to cover our first little subject here. We're going old school, man. And we got a special guest going to join us for this first subject. And in the second one, go ahead.
Too, for those that know, I wanted to say too, Blaise, thank you for introducing me to Banji Boy. He's actually going to be in the Battle of the Beats too. For those that know him, he's going to be my second act, and he is really, really dope. I got a chance to listen to his stuff. I'm like blown away. So if you guys want to come support Banji Boy, go to the community tab, vote for him. He's going to be the second act. He's going to definitely do his
really
thing.
good. Really good friend of mine. He's another one I featured because we can't do copywritten music here on YouTube. So I had to think outside the box when I was doing my wrestling. I wanted entrance music, man. Wrestling to me, that's a big part to me, is what music you come down to and stuff. And I was like, so I tapped into beats that I've made, some of my brother's band's music, other people's music that they made, my friend Soma, who's made all those beats that you guys have heard and stuff. And I love doing that. And you got to do workarounds. And this is taking that to another level tonight on Battle of the Beats too. If you guys can make it, definitely pop in. The link You'll see it in the description, and Big Daddy Beard dropped it. Make sure we're going to rate it. We're going to go over there. I'll be sharing it out as well. I shared out his channel link earlier on all my social medias. We got a double header tonight, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yes, sir.
We're going to start out with cartoons, 4 of the biggest, wildest, and kind of different cartoons of the 90s. Not the 80s, the 90s. So we did in depth the 80s cartoons in one of our previous episodes. That was on the 3rd episode where we talked about a lot of the old 80s Saturday morning cartoon feel. And at the end of it, we talked a little bit about the 90s cartoons. We were like, man, we got to hit those. So my idea is I'm going to focus on one of the big ones, but tonight we're going to hit 4 of them. So kind of like a Mount Rushmore of, and these were all ones that had adult humor also mixed into them. We could do complete episodes on each one of these, and we're going to get into some of the games, the video games, and movies as well that have all spawned off of a lot of this. But I am going to put a poll up in the chat, and I want you guys to tell me which one you want us to cover on a future episode. And we're going to tie together the legendary Simpsons, which we can definitely have enough content for. All these are cartoons that kind of change the way cartoons were made too. South Park, Beavis, and one of the best names of a cartoon ever as well, Beavis and Butthead. And the one I guess would be the most underground of them all, maybe not as widespread, but Ren and Stimpy, also on that wild and wacky level. So the poll is up in the live chat. Make sure you guys let us know which one you'd like to we'd like to see us cover on a future episode. We got another guest. There she is. Firestar, are you there? She's hiding.
She's got her mic muted, so.
She's me. I'll get her back later on. All right.
Okay.
She was showing up. She shows up momentarily, and she's gone. She's gone.
Hey, Blaise, real quick.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Deeds and Minion. They're both in here.
There you are.
Be helping me out with Battle of the Beasts too. So everybody show them some love.
Yes.
Both of them.
Most definitely.
What's going on? How you feeling? How you living?
And he had music on the first one too, didn't he?
Yeah, he actually won the first Battle of the Beats. Real dope producer. Make sure you guys go check out his channel.
Very cool
good
stuff.
Friend of mine, really, really talented.
Very, very cool stuff. We got a minion that popped in here too as well. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. So big shout out to everybody that's going to be associated in that Battle of the Beats later on tonight. It's going to be a blast, man. Let's get started. Is she back yet? Let's pop her in here. She can talk when she wants to. With South Park. Oh, no, we're not starting with South Park. We're starting with Ren and Stimpy. Let me get to the beginning here. It wouldn't be one of my shows without a technical difficulty. Now, Ren and Stimpy was very odd. It was very trippy. Needless to say.
Weird.
So, whatever they were smoking when they made Ren and Stimpy, good for them. Now,
happy, joy, happy.
I generally
joy,
should have
joy.
went backwards and started with the real famous ones to this one for some people who might not know Ren and Stimpy. I mean, if you don't, you don't. But like I said, if you don't know one of these 4, this is the one you're not going to know. The other ones you better know, or if you were like living under a rock or something. But the gross little close-ups of the cartoons and the faces that they had. Let's see I had to write it down because it was a very unique description. An emotionally unstable sociopathic dog. Pretty on point there. And a good-hearted but dim-witted cat. So that's Ren and Stimpy. There's Firestar. Here you are. Firestar, do you remember Ren and Stimpy? Do you remember that cartoon at all?
She's not old.
Yes, I do. I loved it.
That's why I'm asking. Cassie's putting you on Front Street already with your
Hey!
She's not that young, people. Yes, she might
Really,
look
love?
young.
Really?
She's a grown adult. Tell them, Firestar.
I am a grown adult.
Yes, believe it or not. Andy Price is here from the other side of the planet. Good to see you, my friend. And Grinder Gang, get your dupe in here, Grinder Gang.
Bestie.
We're going to get to the music portion of the show soon, too. The Drum Monkey's here. There he is. Good to
What's
see you,
up,
Drum. Good to see you, my friend. So, Ren and Stimpy, I was one of those guys, not only back in the tape days where I would listen to the radio and try to record my favorite songs to make them. We're going to show our age here in a minute. And try to make my own mixtape. So I took it further, and I did the same with VHSs. And I had my own little Ren and Stimpy collection because I didn't want to miss some of these at all.
Yeah, sitting there in front of the VCR waiting for it to hit commercial so you could pause it.
Space Madness was my favorite, one of my favorite ones, man. One of the wildest and wackiest. You ate my ice cream bar. And it's just one of the funniest ones from start to finish. Ren and Stimpy, Space Madness. I used to have that on audio. There it is. You ate my ice cream bar. He went mad because they were in space, and just the overreactions that they did. Everything was over the top with Ren and Stimpy. It was kind of like some of the things that you couldn't say or do on the other regular cartoons you saw all the time.
Log.
It's log. It's log. It's big. It's heavy. It's wood. The cartoons were gold, right? I mean, like, it was real creative.
This is the way the song started off with log. Log rolls downstairs and under your chair and over your neighbor's dog. Your first practice. Log. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. It just got you going right off the bat. Yes, sir. Log.
Yes, sir.
That's great. I mean, and that's the type of stuff that really grabs you that you weren't seeing on other cartoons, and you're like, wait a minute. Like the first time you see it, you're like, nice cartoon, nice commercial. Wait, this ain't a commercial. This is part of the show. And they kind of tied that in with this guy too. Powdered Toast Man.
ETM. The only superhero that flew backwards while everything else was going forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's kind of the theme of all four of these cartoons is how wacky and wild can we get? You know, and what can we do? Like with some of the other ones, they were mixing in real world situations too, as well, which we'll talk about into their comedy. But this one was just how weird, like some of the close-ups that when they were chewing food and stuff was like real gross.
So
you could see every little pore and posse scab and shit on their face. Like they tried to make it as gross as hell. And it's a buddy flick, you know, Ren and Stimpy. But of course we got to talk about how it spawned games and, you know, everything. I mean, I'm sure there was a comic book of Ren and Stimpy and all these other ones. And then some of them even movies. Not necessarily. I don't think this is the only one that wasn't a big time movie, but the rest of them were Game Boy games. And there's even Space Madness. They ripped it off. Their Time Warp with Ren and Stimpy. So this is
I remember that game.
Along the same lines of what we talked about with all the other, with the Spider-Man, the He-Man, Transformers, and some of the things we touched base before. It's like the evolution. Like then you see, now they all got a video game. Now they all got a movie. And it's like all types of media. Like I don't know. You guys remember any of these Ren and Stimpy games? Like I'm the not gamer guy.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember.
I remember Time Warp.
Yeah. And I remember this one.
The Vidiots one I kind of remember hearing about. Now, I didn't have a Game Boy. My brother did, so I just always borrowed his Game Boy whenever he was playing a different video game. I didn't find sense in me buying one, too, because I wasn't as much as a gamer. Now, you put a left-right scrolling old-school Russian attack type game or something in front of me, I'll sit there and scroll and play for hours. Or a sports game, because I've always been big on sports games. But the Ren and Stimpy games and the Ren and Stimpy all together, and this is one of those pictures where I can just hear. Like as soon as you see it, like you just hear you hear this picture, and we're going. I guess normaler and normaler as we go back, and none of these cartoons are normal, but right off the bat, we're young, and I was a big MTV guy. Like we'll talk a lot more about this when we do the one-hit wonders. Because we're going to fucking sing along and we're going to have a good time because those one-hit wonders are all gems. And
Drum's trying to bait me with the Time Warp in chat.
Hey, Blaise, do you remember MTV The Odyssey?
MTV The Odyssey.
Yeah, they featured Beavis and Butthead. They had the other cartoon called The Head.
Hi.
They had Eon Flux.
Eon Flux?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Liquid
Television.
Television.
That was the network that it came on. And that's how I first saw Beavis and Butthead.
Yes.
It came on right after The Head. It was he was that guy with the real big ass head. And he had the alien living inside of it.
Yeah, the head. Yeah, that was a great show.
Liquid Television. Yes, that was great stuff. Late night MTV. Like we're gonna talk. Like I got a lot of screenshots of the actual music videos. Is why the third segment's going to be a real time warp for us to use Drum Monkey's term. Yeah, Aeon Flux. Aeon Flux was dope, man. That was a great cartoon.
It was.
Beavis and Butthead, wacky, weird, two little nerdy dudes. Cornholio, teepee for my bunghole. Like how many people had to do this at least once? Come on, guys.
Every single freshman I went to high school with, they
all.
all
It's a different meaning when you got a big goatee, I guess. That looks a little bit different.
I still watch Beavis and Butthead do America to this day. Hysterical.
Now the thing that the catch that they had was that they did the Mystery Science Theater 3000 movie thing, but to music videos. They sat there and clowned on it.
Yeah.
So it was hilarious. They would pick some of the most popular videos and rock out, or they'd pick some of the dumbest. It was like the Gong Show or like America's Got Talent, but throwing videos out. So they would clown on one, and then they would make fun and rock on with one. And I wish I could show some of the actual clips where they sit there and make fun of shit.
Now, see, Beavis and Butthead actually sprung one of my favorite MTV shows. Daria. I loved Daria.
Oh, I love Daria.
Diarrhea. Cha-cha-cha.
And that's another thing with a couple of these that we're going to hit here in the next two, that so many more cartoons just spawned off of these when, back in the day when something was a hit, they ran with it. And that's into the different mediums too, the video games, the cartoons, the toys, the movies, and Beavis and Butthead. I got a nice interesting. There's toys. There's a toy that they had of friggin' Beavis. Not as many toys.
That's one of the newer ones.
Compared to the other two that we're going to cover here momentarily. Not as many toys, but nevertheless, if it's popular, you got to get it out there. Video games. So I kind of remember this Genesis game because my friend had a Genesis, and we played it all the time. We actually played Risk for Genesis of all the games.
I had the Super Nintendo version.
So I mean, that shows how in gamer I was. I'm not strict game. My brother was the hardcore gamer. I've said it a million times on this show. He was the one that, whether it was any of the old school Mario games or anything, he had completed the game. He had beaten the game. That was him. I was the guy that just played all the sports games. But I just like looking at old school graphics too. They blow my mind compared to what we get nowadays. And there's a nice little screenshot. Then there's a movie, Beavis and Butthead Do America, of course. I think they got another one that's coming out. There's the real life Beavis and Butthead. Now that's kind of freaky.
Oh, I didn't know it was real life people. Wow.
No.
Wow.
I think the one on the left, like they found these pictures and strung them together. We're like, well, if someone in real life would play these two, that would be the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Jug.
And you'd be accurate too, because there's no way those two are getting chicks.
Exactly. Yeah. Like really. And that Beavis and Butthead was just something to, like me and Nacho were talking about. It got popular, and next thing you know, you'd go to school or you go, and everyone's saying, yeah. And people would talk like that for hours. And is it getting old? Can we wear Beavis and Butthead out? Maybe. Depends on who's doing it, too. If you're actually a funny dude, you might be able to get away with it a little more. But Beavis and Butthead was wild. And like BDB even pointed out, it was part of that like liquid television stuff where you could see late night little clips, and then one catches on. Next thing you know, it's got a headlining act all through every medium that we cover. Now we'll hit the big two. The two that have been the most popular, and first, of course, The Simpsons.
Smithers.
I always thought it was weird, the animals. I always loved the dog and the cat for some reason. It's just out of the blue. And Maggie.
What was the dog's name again? Santa's Little Helper? Yeah.
Yeah. The whole Santa's Little Helper story is like probably if I would pick a favorite of all The Simpsons. And there's a big eclectic group of a lot of the characters that you get. Smithers is one of my favorites too. I always dug the Smithers character. A lot of the hey Homer, how about a hot puppy in the fourth race? All the drunkards at the bar.
Yeah,
some of my favorites too.
The stoner bus driver.
Flanders. Like there's.
You guys ever see that behind the actor? I forgot the name of the guy that does that segment, but he actually had the entire cast from The Simpsons, all the people that do the voiceovers, and he was doing like different scenarios and stuff, and they were actually like, he was asking them questions, and they were answering them in the voices of all the characters. So like they did Mr. Burns.
Oh,
I
that's
think
great.
one of the questions was they said, Mr. Burns. He said yes. They said, what is your occupation? Mogul.
I mean, and the reason we're doing this too, because like I said, we could easily do a complete episode of LOD here, the Legion of Dork, on any of these 4 cartoons. But I'm gonna check the chat right now. Right now, it is Beavis and Butthead and The Simpsons tied at 42%. So if you guys have not voted yet, make sure you guys get your votes in the live chat, because we're going to take one of these and get more in depth and talk about some of the most popular episodes, some of the really standout characters. But you get the gist with the connection with these 4 cartoons from this era. And once again, got to make a game of it. PlayStation 3 shows a little bit of age there. And there you go. Once again, those left-right scrolling games I love so much.
Yeah, the old arcade beat 'em ups. Yep.
And now this one just blew up. Like I started seeing pictures like this. I'm like, holy shit, they had like a dozen different Simpsons spin-off video games like everywhere. I didn't realize what the level of video games it went to with The Simpsons, but as you can see, it got out there.
They fight. They fight. They fight. 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 The itchy and scratchy show. Okay, I'm done.
It was all the little spin-offs and parts that made it too. If it was just about the family, and that's one thing, but the fact that there was so many intertwining parts that could have been their own, like that whole picture, we could have picked a dozen different ones that could have been spin-off for shows. I don't remember the wrestling game, but I saw the picture. I figured I'd throw it.
I do remember that one.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
So was it old WWE superstars, kind of little digital 8-bit type things, or
Basically, yeah.
Monstars in the building? There's Sean Shamrock, Brandon Ace in the house as well. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome in, everybody. And that's another thing too. He brought it up right there. It's still running. Like these cartoons, a lot of these have evolved and they're still going, man. And it's like, that's ridiculous. Like back in the day, like TV shows didn't even last that long. Like this is ridiculous amount of time. Like you can't really collect the library of Simpsons or the other one we're going to talk about here in a minute. Unless, I mean, back in the day when we had DVDs and stuff, I know media is just about empty right now. Big Chuck in the house. There you go. The Itchy and Scratchy show. See,
I mean, let's not forget how the creator of The Simpsons is actually a time traveler. So,
well, that helps too. Yeah, that's one thing. Like if we would cover The Simpsons, those coincidences would definitely be covered. Like some of the things that they talk about on The Simpsons actually coming true or really close to, you can make it work type stuff. It's really freaky if you get that list and see it. So that's something to keep in mind. If we do cover Simpsons, that'll be something like
amount of them. Yeah,
Simpsons is the one, and as well as our final one, South Park, that would tie in real world affairs and events. This one more so clowning on them and really towing the line. When it came to everything. But you had to understand the difference behind South Park. It was about unity and bringing every people together. Like they weren't making fun of Timmy; they were bringing Timmy as on a character and making him famous.
Okay, legit. The Crips episode was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh God, when they're on the gang. Yeah.
Oh, the one where they had the cripple fight.
Yeah. If anything, it teaches you how to make fun of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like make fun of yourself, be able to joke about no matter what's wrong with you. I mean, look at the people. The chef was one of my favorite characters too. And his chocolate salty balls, of course, those are great. I loved his balls. I love a lot of different. There's tons of characters, and they kill Kenny every time. Like so if there's a cartoon where they kill this guy every once in a while. How about
stop doing that? I will say they finally stopped killing him every episode.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, you got to make a change too. Of course, one of the most famous ones is the episode where they said shit 1,000 times. Not technically 1,000, but shitty, fuck, shitty, fuck, and all that good shit. I mean,
the movie is dope too. Oh yeah, the movie Uncut with Terrence.
And that's the same thing as we talked about the other cartoons. I mean, there's a core, the family or the group of kids, or the buddies and Ren and Stimpy, but the clan of characters surrounding them is just sick. And how they brought in famous people, like the Michael Jackson ones they did, was hilarious.
Jennifer Lopez.
Blanket.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez.
I love the movie one with Saddam Hussein.
Yes.
Oh
my
God, yes.
Hey, say the war has broke up on Earth.
But I mean, of today's cancel culture, how is this fucking show getting away with the things it's got away with?
Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they're just geniuses. I mean, the
It's
same
great.
guys.
Tally, you want to get
It's
high?
because of how they do it.
Yeah, they make fun of everything. Nothing is off limits to them.
And that's what I think it's
they
lost in a lot of translation nowadays. Like certain words you don't want to say, certain things you don't want to talk about because it's always touchy or stuff. But this always showed you could be able to make fun of yourself and others and everybody else and have a good time with it. And it was out there. Like so tying back to Ren and Stimpy, how out there that one was. South Park got out there sometimes too.
Yeah. It's just like when they did those movies, Basketball and Orgasmo. They just did not care.
Yep, and it turned into a trend, and that's like those 4 cartoons turned into trends for a lot of different places because of that. And like there they are playing their video games. We're going to tie it back into video games because, of course, there's a South Park video game, and plenty of them. I think there was other ones too. There's the other one.
Yeah.
So the idea, I thought I had pictures of the other ones too. Maybe not. Nope, that's it for that.
And they got the newer ones too, like the fractured butthole. And,
that's the one. How do I not have the fractured butthole one on my show?
Oh god.
So Beavis and Butthead and The Simpsons are tied at 36%. I'm gonna leave that poll up there. If it changes by the end of the show, we'll see it. But it looks like right now we'll go in depth on The Simpsons and possibly a Beavis and Butthead one. The Beavis and Butthead one I'll enjoy because I'll do like I did for this third segment, which I'm really looking forward to this third segment, guys. I know Cassie is too. We talked about it.
So much.
Okay,
so I'm not currently in your stream because I'm like here, obviously, and my phone is not gonna let me do both at the same time. But my vote's for South Park or Simpsons. So there.
Okay, so that gives the Simpsons an extra vote there. JW Caliber's in the building. Good to see you, my friend. So now I normally like to bring back like old 80s commercials. Like let's go back to one of the first ones I showed here. This is a good one. How about some Atari 2600?
Okay, Atari, let's see your best pitch.
You're out, Rose.
I quit soccer to play Atari.
You need more practice, Haley.
You can't keep me in here, Atari.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set. Don't just watch television tonight. Play it.
Atari. I still have my little Atari. They got some. That was like nowadays that would be a costly commercial to make.
Oh yeah,
because of the famous people. Back then they weren't getting hundreds of thousands or millions for shit like that. But I forgot to do my little.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Man, throwback right there.
We did it. So I love having all these little cartoons, commercials. Luckily, there was, I think, in the late 80s, early 90s is whenever they did that. Everything now is super copywritten type shit because any of these commercials are not copywritten. And I looked into it heavily before I started playing them on the channel. And I've never got hit even for a claim for any of these. So it's like somewhere in the late 80s, everything 80s and back were like is fair game. So we got 4 not cartoons, commercials, but they're inside the slideshow here as we talk about some weird toys from the, I guess, 80s and 90s we're going to talk about. And there's only a handful, so feel free if you guys think of any other gross toys or games out there to toss in your idea too. Toss it in. Ah. So you get a lot of Atari fans out there. So I talked about it too on the intro too. I actually had Pong, the actual knobs were just one bar and little button going around. That was it. That's the first video game system I played. I mean, there was a handful of games, but that was, and like I said, I'm a simple game player, but I love the ideas of gameplay. And we talked about this pretty much with every subject we've covered, the evolution of how almost everything has evolved from, whether it's retro toys, cartoons, comic books, into movies and video games. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I blame it all on this guy.
Mr. Taylor.
I blame it all on this guy for the gross toys that we got in the late 80s and 90s.
Well, the original Mr. Potato Head didn't come with the potato. You had to supply an actual potato. It was like pieces you were supposed to shove into a potato.
So let's rip someone's eyeballs out. Like we talked about in one of the board game show, the what was it, Operation, where you had to pick out the little wishbone and all that shit out of the
Charlie horse.
Yeah, I used to scare the piss out of my sister all the time when we played it. So I'm gonna blame him. But look at this one I found. I had to pull it out of here. Does anybody remember the Fuzzy Pumper?
I remember that.
I didn't remember that's what it was called, but I remember it because I had it.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, my sister
Newsflash. Cassie has a Fuzzy Pumper.
I knew.
Hashtag now trending all over Twitter.
Left.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say what I was just gonna say because that would have only made it worse.
That needs to be a T-shirt. Cassie's Fuzzy Pumper.
I mean, when I Google, weird, gross games, and this pops up, how can I not include it, man? How can I not include it? I got another couple good ones in here I had to include that aren't necessarily gross toys, but if you think about it, they're gross toys. I don't remember Ooze It.
I remember that.
That's old school, too. You can tell by the box.
Yeah.
I don't remember that either.
Stretch Armstrong, I think we can blame for some of this, too. If you guys remember Stretch Armstrong, you can stretch his arms out like forever and shit. So that's kind of gross, too. It's like we're going to, drawing and quartering our toys for some reason. So I found Ooze It. Bed bugs, we talked about this with the game show one, too. Kind of gross, right?
Yeah.
We're let's play a game of picking bugs out of our bed. Yeah. I bet you everyone after they played this game that night were like fine-tooth combing their bed, like, hey, better not be no damn bugs in here. I don't remember this one either. It's kind of like a reject Mr. Potato Head. It's Mr. Pop.
Yeah, you like pop zits or something on them.
Yeah,
No, I think you make his face.
I don't
remember that one.
I think you just made different parts of his face. I don't remember Mr. Pop. Oh, it said, okay, it's made by the people of perfection. Now it makes sense. Tick, tick, tick. Match faces parts before it's too late. Boom! It blows up on you like perfection. Remember that game?
I do.
I loved perfection.
Match the pieces. I was good at reaction time, so I liked that game. But my goodness, no matter how many times you played it, that motherfucker scared you when it popped. Perfection.
Oh, yeah.
Perfection would get you no matter what. You can't anticipate it. Clinton's in the house. Good to see you, man. Big shout out to Big Shuck, too. Ron Jeremy's porn nickname. Thank you, Monstar, for the added. Like we needed more comedy on top of that one, didn't we?
Wow.
We go off the cuff around here. There's a real gross one.
Oh,
look at that gross toy.
Notice he doesn't come with a popcorn bucket with the hole in it.
Oh, he went there.
You had to go there.
I know you are. What am I?
Hi, Cassie. Hi, Blaise.
Hi, Ivy.
We were just going to talk about adult stuff. Good timing.
Oh, man.
The hand in the popcorn. We could always. We're good with innuendo. I always say idioms, and innuendo is my 3 eyes for my channel, and I mean it. I love skating around and still trying to get to the point. So yeah, we could mention popcorn and a hand, and some people would not be kind of oblivious to actually what went down. But I mean, how about this for a giveaway for in a movie or something? You could have him sitting right next to you.
Heck no.
Firestar's a big Pee Wee fan, aren't you, Firestar?
No, I'm not.
Firestar loves the Pee Wee. How about garbage
No,
pail
I don't.
kids? Everybody knows I'm a
Fuck
card
you,
collector.
Blaise.
Rawr, damn, she went right to the F-bombs on me.
She did.
Like, fuck you, I'm a grown woman. I got you, bitch. Garbage pail kids. The only thing I wish I did do is I was heavy into collecting baseball, football, and basketball. When these came out, I could have easily grabbed numerous amounts of unopened boxes of Series 1 Garbage Pail Kids, and I would be sitting pretty right now with a couple million.
Oh,
But
God,
I
yeah.
did not.
The original run of those is worth some money.
Yes.
It's in good shape now.
And
they've had a couple of revivals of it, too, over the years.
yeah, a lot of series. And by the way, as every collectible has changed in the last, I guess, 20 years now. If I think about it, it's more also about the condition of the card and if it's graded. I talked about that on my Get Blazed Blaze card shows. I said it used to be collecting, then it was investing because a lot of these collectible cards were worth money. Now it's gambling. And I still love collectible cards. And right now, WWE and AEW, those cards are hot again. Wrestling cards are super hot in the collectible industry. And I have a really a show coming up soon that's going to be kind of groundbreaking on the what the card industry is doing. And that's with that company, Transparent Grading Team, that I was working with. I'm bringing them back on. They're doing something way outside of the box in the future, and they want me to be a part of it. And I can't wait to reveal it here on the channel. So that's going to be some really big news too. It's changing. They've been trying to change the game in grading cards and keeping it a little real. Like, for those that don't know, you got to send your card away, pay for it to be graded and sent back. If it's a 10, a 9, an 8, determines the overall value. My friend that was from Pittsburgh area, now residing in Los Angeles, in their lovely new building as that company continues to grow, they're grading cards, but they gave the subgrades. There were subgrades that you would have to pay for, like the corners, the edges, the surface. And the more intricate your grade is, the more, you can justify a price. So they were giving those for free instead of charging. You can see visual scans online and they were doing all kinds of great artwork around the card too, which matched the card. And I'm an aesthetic. I'm a big graphic designer type. I know Big Daddy Beard. We've talked about, things like that before. Aesthetically, those cards are gorgeous now when they're in these shells, but it's costly. It got so big, especially during COVID, that it was $100 to $150 per card just to get it graded. So obviously, if your card's worth less than $100, you're not getting it graded. And the demand just got so big because more people were cooped up in their house for that year and a half that collectible cards got huge again. So anyone out there, if you got garbage pail kids hiding somewhere in your house, go check them if they're Series 1 and if they're in good shape. There's my my soapbox for collectibles right now, I guess. But I am really hyped about the TGT stuff I'm going to be revealing here on the channel. So stay tuned for more on that. Atom Bomb is one I do remember having right there. And that's the funny thing with this. Once again, in this era that we're talking about, this whole show, Ren and Stimpy, the wild and wacky aspect of it, the grossness part of some of that stuff, Beavis and Butthead, it became like, I don't know. I don't want to say that the innocence of childhood had slowly dissipated to less and less. Like nowadays, kids are cussing and they've seen everything by the time they're what, 6, 7, 8. Like it was like innocence went to like 14, 15 when I was a kid, man. I'm just making myself feel really old right now. But nowadays, especially with, and I'll get on my soapbox even more, these things right here. I mean, you got the world in your hand. Teachers back in the day used to say, you're not going to have a calculator in your hand to know the answer to that all the time. You bet your ass, Mrs. Barnschleigel, whatever your hell your name was. But, times have changed. And that's why I love doing these retro shows, is because it's like a time warp. Like we talked earlier, you see some of these pictures. I can smell these fucking garbage pail kids right now just by talking about these cards. I can be back in the aisle of a Kmart or a Walmart fumbling through cards and looking for the ones I want. So who remembers Boglins?
I do.
I don't.
I used to scare the shit out of my sister with those.
And we're going to talk about the mad balls in a bit. But is that what it was like? Just a little mad ball? It was.
They were puppets. They had
you stuck your hand in the back.
Move the mouth, and then they had deluxe ones where you could move their eyeballs and stuff too.
Okay, well let's check in a little bit more about Boglins. I think I got a commercial.
They were pretty cool.
Over here, I'm a Boglin. Me and my buddies need a place to hide out. Come a little closer. Oh, did I scare you? Oh, I do that so well. If you take us home, we'll kiss your Aunt Martha. We'll eat your peas. And we hope you know lots of girls. Hey, the name's Boglins, each sold separately, and we're looking for good homes. Maybe yours?
I thought he said we're looking for good holes. Maybe yours.
Oh!
Oh my!
Boglins are worth a lot of money now because the
Really?
rubber that they were made out of deteriorates so badly.
That's another thing we could talk about. Cabbage Patch Kids. Furbies, whichever the niche, toy of the year was back in the day. Every so many years, there would be that toy that every fucking kid had to have, and people's parents and all the Karens were beating the shit out of each other at damn Walmart over them.
Yep.
Gremlins. I found this picture and I was like, I have to put that in there. That's a gross little toy. I remember Stripe from Gremlins, one of my favorite movies from back in the day. We're still stuck on gross toys here, and we're going to get to the embarrassing kind of karaoke style third version of
crawlers.
Creepy crawlers. I guess I remember the Play-Doh Fun Factory. Is that kind of this is the Bug Factory? Like
yeah, you kind of made like bugs. And... Now, were those the ones that were edible too? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If it's just I remember the creepy crawlers that were like stick them and you could like flick them on the wall and it ends up with a bunch of fucking cat hair and shit on them all the time. They don't stick no more.
Yeah,
or a dog, whatever pet you had. But you remember those things that would grab shit? You'd be like, pow! Like hit your brother in the back of his head with them and stuff. Is that what the creepy crawlers were? The stretchy weird things?
Yeah, that's what they were. And then they had another set that you could actually
the edible creepy crawlers, yeah.
And make
gummies
out of gummies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And nowadays you can find them at your local dispensary. Here we go, Nacho. I know this one hit home with you, the Masters of the Universe. We will be doing a feature on Masters of the Universe coming soon on the Legion of Dork. It's Nacho's specialty. My favorite, but he makes me look like a moron He-Man fan compared to what he knows.
Whole shelf back there.
But yeah, big He-Man. So I remember the slime pit. I did have it. The problem was when you ran out of slime, you're shit out of luck, so to speak.
Yeah, I wish I still had the slime pit. That's one of the few play sets from He-Man that I still don't have. I had it as a kid, but I don't have it now.
And I believe we have another commercial break to get a little in depth on the slime pit.
Now, Hordak reveals the most gruesome trap ever. The Horde Slime Pit.
The what?
The Slime Pit.
Now, fight for your mind, Blaise. Not the slime. Yes, my slime will power you. I've been slime. No one escapes the evil Horde Slime Pit.
The evil Horde Slime Pit. New from the Masters of the Universe. You put it together. Action figures each sold separately from Mattel. And now, let's...
Oh, Thundercat commercial. See how much slime you get stuck in your sister's hair.
I see what that looks like.
The slime is great.
Monstar back at his stream of jokes here. Slime Pit, another Ron Jeremy nickname. There you go.
I think we knew what Monstar was doing before he came in here today. A lot of Ron Jeremy in one day.
Ghostbusters slime ate the color out of my mom's towels. Great. There you go. Mom was not a fan. Slimer, classic. I still have to see the new Ghostbusters. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it.
I just watched that last night. It was a really good movie.
Everyone's saying it's really good. I haven't heard anyone say anything really negative about it.
I know Shulky said they were good, and Shulky's like the number one Ghostbusters fan I know.
Well, I didn't see the women one. I didn't see that one. Or I may have seen bits and pieces. But I like I said, from whatever I heard or saw, I didn't miss anything. All right, let's keep it going. Here we go, Mad Balls, and I happen to have 3 pristine Mad Balls here. So
I had the eyeball one.
Wait, no, that's not what I want to do. You have the eyeball one?
I had it when I was a kid.
So I have this son of a bitch here, and it's just like the size of a baseball and styrofoam, like basically. And they used to make
dog to get a hold of it.
They used to. I didn't have a dog. I had a cat, so they didn't mess with these things. Thank God. They used to make like wiffle balls, like the plastic balls that you'd play wiffle ball with, similar to like this neoprene type stuff. And we could play with these balls. So it's the same size as one of those you'd actually play with.
Wormhead.
Rah! And of course,
my favorite one right there.
This was my favorite, of course, the baseball. And I'm amazed at a condition. Like I used to sell sneakers and tennis shoes. I used to sell sneakers, tennis shoes, and stuff running a Champ Sports. So I know the neoprene type feel that's in a lot of tennis shoes and stuff. That stuff doesn't last like over. Like I have a pair of Jordans that fell apart downstairs. They're legit Jordan 3s, but the bottoms have deteriorated because they're 40 years old and they fell apart. It make me feel old again. I think there might be a Mad Ball commercial. I'm not sure. Let's see. We got more Mad Balls. Such a basic toy, too. It's just let's make creepy, weird-looking balls.
Yeah, and they've brought them back, too. You know, they did have action figures, too, that they were smaller and the heads would launch off.
Mad balls. Gross for one,
Gross for all.
We play with a mad ball. They're gross, funny, yucky, sick. There's 8, so you can take your pick. We throw, catch, it's uh-oh fun. There's so much gross in every one. Freaky fun is what they're for. There's so much ugly, so much more. Gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. Mad ball.
Freaky fun for everyone, sold separately from
Freaky
Amtoy.
fun for everyone. Another Ron Jeremy movie name. Of course, there was rip-offs, different types of balls and things that shot out. This is a blurt ball. I don't remember this one, but it came up in my search, so I figured looks kind of gross. Gross toys we're covering. Gross toys it is. Yes, I'm a wizard. I can throw fireballs. Thank you, Drum Monkey. If you can't grow it up top, grow it down below, I guess.
Roll it everywhere.
Not down below. Okay, so who remembers the Queasy Bake Oven?
My sister had it, yeah. I remember it.
I remember the regular Easy Bake Oven because I definitely legit used that. I ain't afraid to say it. Unashamed. I didn't have my. I used to cook those little crazy looking cookie things and eat the hell out of them, man. So I guess this is going to be like the gummy worm thing we saw earlier, the other creepy crawlers, but you can eat them.
Pretty much.
Oh, geez. Now Ron Jeremy's taking over the show. Welcome to Legion of Ron Jeremy, says Clinton. Okay, the next Legion of Dork is on Ron Jeremy. No, just kidding.
We could have covered that today. He's gross, isn't he?
Yes, gross toys. Well, we don't want to know about his gross toys. I think I got it. This is the final commercial, I believe, is the Queasy Bake commercial. So we'll find out more about the Queasy Bake now.
Queasy coming through. That's nasty. This is tasty. Drip and drool dog bones. Baked them up fresh in my Queasy Bake cookerator.
Get her done.
You do it. Mix her up. There you go. Pop it in the cookerator.
Looks delicious.
Voila. Dog bones. Delicious drool. Bon appetit. Queasy Bake looks gross, tastes great. Cookerator comes with 2 mixes. Other mixes sold separately. Light bulb not included. Assembly required.
Man, if the toy's anything like the commercial, I'm down. I'm buying it. That's got to be sold.
What they could do with just, a light bulb.
Yeah, I don't remember this gross, disgusting toy either. Belly button?
No.
No, so I don't remember that either.
Who wants an old guy with a mustache on your belly button? I don't get that one. Mr. Roper, get out of here. All right, we got a couple more left where we get to the good stuff. We talked about Inhumanoids. That was one of the first shows I think we hit up on Inhumanoids. Oh, that was the 80s cartoons one.
Yep.
Inhumanoids were all right. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. It is when experiments between plants and humans goes terribly wrong.
No, actually,
they were mutants.
No, they were like ancient creatures trapped beneath the earth, and then they got out and tried to take back over. And then they had the good guys that were like sort of like a G.I. Joe sort of unit, and they had armor and vehicles that they'd fight the big giant monsters.
You said unit. The Beavis and Butthead's gonna be stuck in my head for like days now. Yeah, the slime. Yeah, slime. Oh, who didn't have slime? I had slime. I definitely
look at that kid's face, like legit.
On the left, he's
that's a little creepy, a little too creepy. He's been having too much fun with that slime.
and the kid on the right kind of looks like Joey Lawrence.
It does a little bit like whoa. We got the whoa in stereo, baby. Stranger danger, says Drum Monkey. SpaghettiOs, watch out. It's almost time for the fun time, Cassie.
Yay!
We're gonna be rocking it out here. Now, I don't remember the Grocery Gang. Firestar, are you the one that said you remember him?
Yes, I do.
So, were they all little tiny things like that, or just some of them?
Some were action figures, some were small.
Because they look like something you get out of a bubblegum machine. Do they still have bubblegum machines?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't they come like blind bagged or something, so you didn't know what you were getting?
Oh, So it's like a mystery toy, but there was we talked about the muscles. Remember little muscles? That's what these are reminding me of right now. But there was like 139 different muscles. So there was like 1 million of them. And it just reminds me of something you get out of a bubblegum machine. Grocery gang. There, there's a Pizza Head. Putrid Power. I kind of like that alliteration. It's not the size that matters, Firestar. Well, there they are. Grocery.
That remind me of a cracked out Food Fighters.
My Pet Monster. I didn't have one of these. So I guess I'm a deprived child. Nacho has the Pet Monster collection, and
this is my original from when I was a kid.
And the first thing I've noticed about these is they are not small. They are not like little stuffed animals.
No, they're huge. They do have small ones though, because I got
that looks kind of like the thing that I thought would be under my bed as a monster when I was a kid.
I got this one. Football monster.
The football one, that's my favorite one, definitely. See, we got a lot of. So anybody out there that remembers any other ones too, let us know.
You know, the puppets. You know, these are actually like puppets. If I can get my hand in there.
Just like the Boglins or whatever those weird things were, puppet. Yeah, there you go. So I'm guessing they had a cartoon for My Pet Monster too?
They did. It only ran for one season though. But yeah, it was like 13 episodes. I have the DVD somewheres.
Did they ever do like a movie or anything?
They did do a direct-to-DVD live-action movie that was terrible, but like in a good way almost.
It was so bad it was good.
Yes. You know.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. We got invaded.
My bestie.
He's gonna play coy like we don't know he's here for a bit. I think I got one more picture here. Got one more guest picture. There you go.
Oh, poor.
Yeah, that's my son when he was little.
Very funny, Chance.
Collection.
And as you can see, how old was he there?
About 10 or 11.
Those things are surrounding him. Oh my God!
Oh, he loved those. Like he still has. What's really weird is when his mother was pregnant, they came out with a new monster, which is the one above his head to the right. So I bought it for him because, you know, I still had mine. It was my favorite toy as a kid. I figured, you know, maybe he would like it. And it ended up being like his teddy bear. Like he still has it to this day. He's 20 years old and still has that thing.
I'll be the first to admit I'm a stuffed animal guy too. I've showed off my Ewok that I have, and I have a Gremlin too. I mean a Mogwai. And I still have the ones that I had. My parents had an album. This is how I named my favorite stuffed animal, Three Dog Night, which is a great album back in the day. Great old school band from the late 70s and 60s as well. So Three Dog Night album, and my favorite, I got a dog, so I named him Three Dog. So me being, you know, a little bit OCD, I couldn't have a 3 dog without a 2 dog and a 1 dog, right? So eventually, if I got another dog, it would have been 2 dog and 1 dog. But yeah, I definitely am. That's one thing. We could all show off our stuffed animals. I still have mine. I don't want to say a hoarder, but I keep a lot of the things. Like I'm a collector. You see, that's some of the stuff I'm glad I collected. Okay, we got one segment left, and we are going to talk about one-hit wonders of the 80s. So I'm trying to find an apropos commercial to lead us in.
I want to preface this by saying I know Ken Brees.
Yes. What he meant to say was, I can't wait to sing. This is going to be
stuffy.
Fun. Good. Then we get congested filth, Florin, filth, and Florin. Pity the fool!
I know Cool, and Cool's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast.
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal that's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T.
All right, I can't even watch the whole thing. I got to play this one first just so I can laugh at it.
Hey, B, no way a little dude like you is gonna change my ways.
It's time you were tempted with the taste of nuts and honey.
Hulk Hogan doesn't eat nuts and honey.
Take this.
Hulk Hogan eats nuts.
Hulk Hogan doesn't eat nuts and honey. All right.
He rolls them around in his mouth and spits them back out. Damn it.
Okay, I'm just gonna point out. I just noticed in the Mr. T commercial that it was corn cereal flavored with brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
I mean, I think it's funny. Okay, I'll go to the corner. Bye.
The killer bees. The killer bees? Oh, bees. Honey. Nuts and honey. Gotcha. All right. It's time to take it back. I get my Casey Kasem voice on. It's a top 20 one-hit wonders of the motherfucking 80s, bitches.
Now you got...
All right, so I wanted to cover one-hit wonders from the 80s, and of course, I found a list of 100 one-hit wonders from the 80s, and we were kind of going over them the other night, and it started taking off, and I was like, this is going to be fun. So I didn't take, this is VH1's 100 greatest one-hit wonders of the 80s. Sorry, Casey Kasem here with VH1's 100 greatest one-hit wonders of the 80s. That's what we got on tap here tonight. I kind of eliminated a few, which I'll mention them in our little honorable mention. And I also found a nice little list of others that I put at the very end that we can shoot the shit about. All right. Without further ado, you seen Honeycomb with Andre? I seen the Honeycomb with Andre.
You
that was funny.
A Honeycomb commercial with Andre the Giant.
Oh, it's Andre the Giant. All right, you fools. Let's get down to some one-hit wonders.
Yay!
All right, so I'm going backwards from 20 to 1. Now there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 9 or 10 of them that I've taken out that I could talk about later, but they're just not as impactful as the ones that I had to get on here. Now, even deep into this list, I could grab ones that would be definitely worth talking about. Pac-Man Fever definitely ties into things we've done.
Send Drum the link.
There was a okay. Where would you prefer it? Guess I'll shoot it over to Skype for you there, Drum.
Yes, get Drum in here.
There you are. Sean Shamrock. Oh, he just posted me the Andre the Giant Honeycomb cereal commercial. There's the link for you, Sean. If you want to join too, definitely pop in. Oh, I never shared that one. Well, maybe I should share that now. Instagram, we're live.
Oops.
So one-hit wonders. We'll see if we get another guest here or not. Let me get rid of the first two slides, so we definitely have room. So just a couple of ones from the odd list, because I got to save the suspense for the best ones for last. Do you guys remember Till Tuesday? Voices Carry. Voices carry. Shut up. You don't remember that one?
That's actually one I don't know.
How about Just Got Paid? Johnny Kemp. Just got paid. Friday night.
I do know that one, but not because of him.
You gotta know that one. Why? Someone remade that?
Yes. It got remade by NSYNC.
What about Toy Soldiers? Martika was her name. And we all fall down like toy soldiers.
Yeah.
Remember, Axel F was just from Beverly Hills Cop. That's in there as a one-hit wonder. I remember JJ Fad Supersonic. That's a great jam. That was on Yo MTV Raps. I used to record that one too all the time. Let's see what else. Rock On, Michael Damian. That was a video that they used to show on heavy rotation. Information Society, What's on Your Mind? One of my favorite songs from the 80s. I want to know what you're thinking. Let's see if there's anything else on here. Doing the butt. EU. Doing the butt.
Butt.
Sexy.
Doing the butt.
Ain't nothing
No,
wrong.
nothing.
When you're
Put
doing
your
the
back
butt
field in
all night
motion.
long.
All night long. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
Ow.
Ooh, yeah.
Ow. Other ones here on the Funky Town. I want to take you to Funky Town. Shannon, let the music play. That was like dancing. Mexican Radio is a great one from Wall of Voodoo. I'm on Mexican Radio. Easy Lover. I don't count that one because Phil Collins was in it, so it can't really be a one-hit wonder. But Philip Bailey's Easy Lover. Great one. Bird Gang's in the building. Happy Father's Day to all you mother fathers out there, definitely. My future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. That one, Timbuk 3 is on the list. Der Commissar's in town. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Don't turn
Don't turn
around.
around.
Uh-oh. After the Fire. I would have never guessed the name of the band. After the Fire. Yellow. Oh, yeah. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Chicka, chicka. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Robbie Neville, C'est La Vie. I didn't remember till I listened to it. C'est La Vie. That's just the way it goes. I love that jam. I was
Yo,
like,
I love that song. I never knew the name of
C'est
it.
La Vie, C'est La Vie. Robbie Neville. I was like, what the fuck is C'est La Vie? And as soon as I looked it up, I was like, yes, sir. I remember that jam.
Yeah, that's a fucking banger.
It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls.
It's raining man. Hallelujah. It's raining man.
Now, there's a couple in this top 20 that I could have kept, like Turning Japanese by the Vapors. I really
I'm
think
turning
so.
Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. Okay.
There is Two of Hearts from Stacy Q.
Yeah, I remember that.
Pass the Dutch chip on the left-hand side. Musical Youth. Miyagawa. I love Pass the Dutch. That was one of my Electric Avenue, Eddie Grant. We're gonna walk
rock
down
to Electric Avenue.
See, I don't
And
think
then
Twisted
we'll take it
Sisters were
higher.
gonna take it. I can't consider that a one-hit wonder because Twisted Sister had more good songs. They all sounded the same, but they had good songs.
Take it.
All right. You're my obsession, my only obsession, and Emotion is one that just missed the cut.
I am low key obsessed with that song.
What do you want me to be? Can make me sleep with you. That's a gross. That's a sexy. So I was like, damn, take me back to the champagne room. And there's one. This one was number 11, but I had to take it off. It's Gary Newman, Cars. In Cars.
In Cars.
Here in my car.
Fear Factory did an amazing cover of that song.
Who did?
Fear Factory.
Ooh, I bet I have to check that out. Yeah,
It's not so heavy like their normal stuff. They kind of kept the spirit of the song.
And I remember this. Video in a big country by Big Country. In a big country, dreams stay with you. Something, something, something. I remember that. I just remember that name, but it was in the top 20. But I took it out. What's the other one? Maniac. She's a maniac.
And she's dancing like she's never danced
All right.
before.
So those are all the didn't make the cut songs. Now it's time to get down to the nitty and the gritty. The top 20. Casey Kasem here. Blaze Radio here with your top 20.
Video kiss the radio star.
Yep.
Video kiss the radio star.
In my mind and in my car. I can't rewind. We've gone too far. That was a great song. Plus, one of the first video on MTV or something too.
Yes, sir.
Very creepy. Of course, I got to take some shots of the actual video to remind you what it was. When videos were videos. Let's stand around a white background, just play on music. What is that? A little mini kitchen in the back that guy got? But that's an electronic drum set, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
And his
All
keyboard.
The days of the synthesizers.
The synthesizer.
Yeah, this guy killed the video star. All right, I'm really afraid of him and his little white
He had to do
suit.
something. He's clearly going to
kill
die.
nothing. Yeah.
His sex life. That's what he killed.
Your glasses killed me. How about this one? Number 19.
Be happy.
My mom legitimately hated this song, and I would sing it just to annoy her.
I want you to sing it.
Note for note. Don't worry. Everyone get their accent going for the song. Be happy. The best is all the little noise. If you hear more Bobby McFerrin shit, all the shit he used to do it is he's like a Michael Winslow of music and stuff. All the different, like from Police Academy, Michael Winslow do all those
loved him
noises with
the
his
mouth
mouth.
effects. Yeah.
Same thing with this dude, could do all that weird shit. Look, don't worry. Tense moment. Be happy, bitches. Dave Chappelle should have did one of those. This is one of my favorite all-time songs. Our house
in the middle of the street. Our house.
It was a great song, plus a very weird video too.
This song became most known for people in my generation because of Hy-Vee.
Because of what?
A grocery store known as Hy-Vee.
Really?
They used it in all of their commercials.
Oh. Our house in the middle of our street.
Because Hy-Vee is like your neighborhood market.
There you have it. Check out that hairdo, bro. like Biff Tannen a little bit there. Huh? He's going to steal the almanac and bet on all the sports games that he knows about from the future.
It's like he's daring you to punch him in the face.
I said it's my house, bitches.
I dare you.
In the middle of our
not you.
complex. It doesn't even look like a street. In the middle of our building, it looks like their house is. One of those row houses or something.
Well, they wouldn't be able to fit my apartment in this building.
My apartment in this building. In the middle of the building. My apartment. No, didn't work.
Doesn't fit the cadence.
All right.
It's up on the second floor.
I just died in your arms tonight.
I just died in your arms.
Must have been something you said.
So sad.
I love that song too.
I remember that girl that wouldn't dance on me in the 8th grade dance.
I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said.
Oh, I should have walked away.
I should have walked away.
All right. I just died. The Cutting Crew coming in at number 17 on the list. There's the video. Yay. And I love this song. And I love the chick from it too. And I love the drum monkey. Welcome, drum.
Hi.
I'm not aware of too many things, but I know what it looks like. I pee when I sing. Ain't that how it goes?
He married Paul Simon, I think.
I'm not aware.
What I am is what I am. What
you wish you were or was.
Now this is here's why I sing that. I forget who sung that part, but they said, I'm not aware of too many things, but I know what it looks like. I pee when I sing.
Is that girl taking a shit in the middle of the stage?
Looks like she's pooping.
Remember her?
Do ya?
Well, yeah, it makes sense. It looks like the dude's
Chuck
playing
me
guitar
into
solo.
shallow water. Great jam. Like they were like a real chill band from back in the day, man. They never had any other hits. I think I might have bought their CD and was just like disappointed because like, damn, that's like the only good song.
I remember Family Guy actually, like, Stewie picked up the tape and he was like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I knew this one song, and on the back, what the hell is the world of man?
I loved Edie Brickell. She was a cutie too. Where's I think there she's a cutie too. I think a little Edie Brickell. I'd give her a little Brickell on the Brickell, Edie. How about this one? I always feel like
somebody's watching me.
And I got no privacy.
Oh.
The only reason that song was popular was because Michael Jackson sang.
Yes, there you
Nobody-
go. Old
nobody
Motown 45.
Nobody could sing a damn word from the actual verse.
I love it. Michael Jackson, there he is. Someone's watching him right there. He's watching the old TV. Look, someone is watching you. That creepy dude in the back there, and it's raining, you dummy. Get out of the rain.
I like to watch.
Vipers?
There you go. He should have rode that Michael Jackson wave. Whatever happened to him, man? How did he become a one-hit wonder when Michael Jackson's your boy doing music?
He was what the hell is the producer's name? Gordy, Barry Gordy. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think he was his nephew.
How did he end up with only one hit, man? You got Michael Jackson with you and shit, man. You got to ride that shit out.
That's why he was.
How about this one?
He low key ended up potentially getting more royalties out of it when it got remade for Geico.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Like a record, baby.
Right round, round, round.
So this one back in 2K, was it 19, where they kept doing that spinning move all the time? We'd sing this one a million times.
The band Dope actually did a good cover of this.
So did the death metal band 10 Masked Men.
There you go. It's a good song to remake.
I think Nacho and I would have fun going over covers.
I got a little gif here. Let's move, girl. Move your thing. There you go.
This was back. I remember the Dave Chappelle skit where it was the true Charlie Murphy Hollywood stories. He was like, in the club in the 80s, the guys that looked more like the girls, they were getting all the chicks.
Yes.
Coming in at number 13.
You can
Not
dance
to be
if you want
confused
to.
with the
You can
shifty
leave your
dance.
kids behind. But if your friends don't do the safety dance, you ain't no friend of mine.
Something like that, or something.
We can dance. Everybody get the chance.
That was on Beavis and Butthead,
If they don't dance, then they ain't no friends of mine.
Now there's.
I love the Beavis and Butthead clip of it where, like, they're just like, he keeps saying he can dance, but no, he can't.
Yeah, there he goes. He just walks around. Now this is the actual safety dance. I don't know if anyone ever caught it or not, but this is the actual safety dance.
All they do is jump around and do the S sign, right?
You make an S sign. Yep, that's the safety dance. There you go. Not to be confused with the shifty dance, but the safety.
The shifty dance is way better. More booty shaking.
Don't shit your pants. It's the shifty dance.
So whip it good. Correct
that whip.
Break your mama's back.
You must whip it.
Whip it good.
Wear Jello molds on your head.
The nerd herd. Here they come.
Yes.
Shape.
Shape it up. Get shape. Go
not too
forward. Move ahead. Try to detect it. It's not too late. Whip it. Whip it good.
Those hats,
Blinded me with
what's in
science.
magnets.
She blinded me with science.
Science.
That was a good video.
Great video. See, that's back in the days. Correct that hip. That's what they're singing now if they're still doing that song.
That looks like the violinist from fucking Revenge of the Nerds when they're on stage.
Yes.
Either that or,
cosplay of that guy.
either the guy from Ghostbusters 2, the artist guy, when he turned bad. The hell was his name? Not the gatekeeper, the keymaster.
Oh,
He was the little artist guy. I think it's Ghostbusters 2. Looks like him though.
no,
Yeah,
you're thinking
that
of
was
Moranis' character.
No,
no, he's
guy who
thinking about
talked-
the guy with the accent.
Yeah, the artist with the accent.
Oh, the science.
I can't remember his name.
Guy in the museum with
Yeah, the art museum guy.
Where'd we get you from? The Upper West Side?
Yes. Thomas Dolby. That's who actually played that character. Very cool video again. There's from the video.
We're like the buzzing of flies to him. Natasha would do that
He
very
does
well.
look- And then there's this guy, Science.
Improv.
I could see that picture and tell you exactly where it came from. Like with no context, just show me that picture. I'm like, yep, Thomas.
Yep.
Line me up, Science. Science. So that was number 12, I believe. Yes, number 12. No, number 11. That was number 11.
Apparently, this was about gay sex.
Relax when you want to come.
Yeah, I love the song, and the video was great too. It had a lot of energy.
Brings a whole new meaning to the.
But yeah, what the hell? A stand-up comedian. She's married to Tom Segura. She said that like her dad would take her to like Russian bars or Ukrainian bars, and like she would dance out to this as a kid, not knowing it was about hardcore gay sex.
I hear the Police Academy song when I see this. Look at the
Oh,
Blue
yeah.
Oyster. Reminds me of the Blue Oyster. That is right off the bat. Relax. Remember those T-shirts everyone was wearing?
Oh yeah.
Relax.
Well,
all the big letters.
I was a kid when that came out.
Yeah, we were babies. All right, we're getting to the top 10 now.
Too shy, hush, hush, I do
Woo. I had to put that up here
shy,
just.
shy,
Hush,
Christina
hush.
Pazitsky drum.
This is number 9 on the list here. Too shy, and of course, you can't have 80s one-hit wonders without hair.
There's no way those guys are shy looking like that.
I want to know.
So much bleach was involved.
I'm mad I didn't Google this now, but where in the hell did a Kaja Gugu name come from?
I don't know. Like, I think it was Maxim when I was in my teens. They were rating the worst band names. Like Mott the Hoople was on there, Kaji Gugu, stuff like that. I don't think it mattered. So long as you can crank out that one-hit wonder, you were good.
True.
Yeah. True. I mean, most people don't have one hit. So, if you're a one-hit wonder, you're already ahead of the curve.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Too shy. I think I had another picture of him here singing. Shush. There they are. Look how sexy they are. These sexy bees.
So where's Nitro? Pull up Nitro.
A lot of hairspray.
Pull up Nitro.
A lot of Aquanet going on in that picture. I want candy. We gotta hit the drum part there. I want candy. The best thing of this video was the Mohawk chick in the video. I thought I had a picture of the video, but I didn't, so I get the button. But I want candy. Speaking of candy, Shifty's in the dark room. Why can't you come in there, Shifty, in the green room?
I actually, Not Another Teen Movie, the soundtrack for that, they had Good Charlotte doing a cover of I Want Candy. Wasn't bad.
It actually wasn't bad, yeah.
Actually, a lot of the covers on that soundtrack were really fucking good.
Yep, Ripper did remind me that Wally wants some candy. Police Academy, yes, it does remind me of Police Academy. All right, we are down to number 7. And for this one, I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Modern English.
It ain't the difference, but it's getting better all the time.
I still rock this fucking song.
I'll shock the Shifty. Shifty, drop the world. Just in time for your favorite song, Shifty. Man, the timing. Shifty, really. I know you can't stand this next song, and you came in right now.
Is this 80s hair bands?
Yes, this is the hair bands, and you're the lead singer. Sebastian Shifty Bach.
Watch your tongue.
So Shifty Bach Rock. Modern English. I'll stop the world and Shifty with you. Yes, I can see it. I can hear that picture.
Look at that hair. The guy in the white shirt.
He's right there. He's saying, it's getting stranger all the time. There's nothing you and I can't do. Uh-oh, Shifty.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind.
Hey, Shifty.
Hey, Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, what a pity you don't understand.
You take me by the hand when you take me by the hand. Oh, Mickey, what a pity, can't you understand? It's guys like you, Mickey. Oh, what you do, Mickey?
Hey, Shifty.
Actually,
is that the song you played, Shifty? Is that the one? No. Is that the one you can't stand, Shifty? I knew there was one song you told me that's like a big no-no. Is this the one?
The look on his face, I say yes.
Tony Basil, I got to put this out there. Tony Basil was in one of my favorite horror movies as a kid called Slaughterhouse Rock.
So if I remake this song, call it Hey Shifty, I will not be in good favor with you, Shifty? Is that what
right?
you're saying?
It's 2 syllables. It fits. Hey, Shifty, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Shifty.
No, don't
and that's only after a bottle of Pogabo.
I mean, look,
only
if
we can get Shifty in the
who doesn't like a
cheerleader
bunch
outfit
of
in the video.
young cheerleaders? Moving on. Tainted taints. I mean, love.
Marilyn
Sometimes
Manson.
I feel I've got to
Get
run
away,
away.
I've got to.
Get away.
From the pain that you wait. From the
Hey, Ricky, dude, I could do a whole show on Weird Al Yankovic. That's another.
Yes.
Aren't they making a movie on him or something?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Harry Potter's in them.
But Marilyn Manson did a again, not another teen movie. He did a remake of Soft Cell Song, and it's awesome. Like he actually did a like a hip hop beat to it. Even the video was fucking awesome.
Dude, I think that could be an episode here sooner than later. We could do parody songs.
Dude, don't fucking tease me with a good time. All right.
I will tell you this right now. I know every single word to Amish Paradise.
I was a Dr. Demento freak when I was a kid. Anybody know Dr. Demento?
Hell yes.
Westwood
Yes.
One Radio.
No.
Love
Stay demented. It was all like parody songs and wild and wacky songs. Like I remember a song called "I Get Weird." Every
He was the
time
one
I
who
see
actually
you.
gave Weird Al his big break.
Yeah. Dr. Demento is where I first started hearing. Well, I heard Weird Al first, and then I found that radio. It was like every Sunday night or something for a couple hours on the Westwood One Radio Network. It's me, Dr.
We're coming up
Demented.
to Firestar Solo.
For me, it was Weird Al in the Transformers movie, because the Transformers movie had Dare to Be Stupid.
Oh yeah, that's
And
a great
then,
one too. I have that album.
Plus like a surgeon with Madonna. That was actually her idea.
Madonna. Tainted Love. Wait, what number are we? That's number 5. All right, Firestar, you ready to sing this next one?
Should have started at
No,
30.
I'm not
Yep.
singing.
Firestar, you have to sing this next one.
No, I don't
And then
know it.
then you have to dial this number and ask for Jenny.
Jenny, I got your number.
I wanna make you mine. Jenny, don't change your number. 8675309.
Is there a delay?
I got it. I
got
got
the
it.
number. Where'd you
I
get the
got your
number?
number on the wall.
That's kind of creepy right there. You
got
got it
it.
Right?
on the wall, right?
For a good time
For a
call.
good time. For a good time call.
Jenny's a slut.
Either that or she had a dickhead
Rainn Wilson is
ex-boyfriend.
playing Dr. They're doing a Dr. Demento show too. Oh, in the Weird Al thing.
In the Weird Al movie, yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna be cool.
Actually, Weird Al, my brother got to go see him, I think 2 years ago.
I
Like-
seen Weird Al in concert.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think right before
amazing.
COVID
Really?
hit.
Yeah.
That's a bucket list right there, my friend.
He came to my town's summer festival and his show was amazing.
Yeah.
8675309.
An oddball thing, my father actually was a dead fucking ringer for Weird Al in the 80s. Like they looked exactly like twins. He even had like the Jew afro, which he's not even Jewish. I don't know.
Did he have a yarmulke? Did he have a Yamaha?
He always looked like Weird Al.
But
All right, now it's time for someone else to sing a solo. They'll know
Bring-
when they see the song. Ready, set, go.
take on me.
Take
on
me.
I don't know what to say. I say it anyway. Today's another day to find you.
In a day or two.
I'll be waiting for your love, okay?
I can't sing this one properly.
Take on me. Take on me. Take me on.
Take on me.
Take a chance.
I'll be gone.
In a day.
Pretty sure we just got every dog in my neighborhood ready to have.
Oh, we only got one snort the whole show, too, man.
I called 7.
Just the
You
under,
started
man.
way too early in the top 100.
Yeah, true. And now after we take on me, which is a great fucking
Real Big Fish
The
is still
video
my
was great.
all-time.
The video was great.
just the artwork and the fact that the mirror where hey, I see you, you see me. You're a
My
cartoon.
favorite thing related with this song is the Family Guy episode where Chris falls into the fucking milk
Yes.
and goes into the video.
Where
I
have
love
you
it.
been? I
There
don't
you go.
know.
A lot of Family Guy references right now. That was another one of the cartoons I was going to talk about when we talked about those other ones. Definitely ties into a bunch of them. And now we're going to look at the other one in the cartoon. Now
I actually joke, like I get down my hallway, like he got down the hallway in the video. Like I bounce off of them. That's the only way I've moved.
Oh, that's Firestar in the video. Sing it, Firestar. Take on me.
Sing
Sing
it.
No.
You got this, Firestar. I believe in you.
Fire.
She doesn't want to sing. She
Fire.
doesn't want to do Operation Tall Person.
Firestar.
No,
Fire. They're going to start chanting your name like they do Wally when he comes out. Firestar. That's you right there. Sing it.
No, I don't know the
All right.
words.
All right, you can sing this next one.
So I got it. Wait, I got it. Here's the Firestar remix. It goes, fuck you, Blaise. Fuck you, Blaise.
Thank you. I'll be here all weekend.
You did Dork
Actually-
now.
My favorite version of that is by Real Big Fish. They
Oh,
fucking
me
killed
too.
it. For the basketball movie.
I run so far away.
Oh, I
Gotta
fucking
get
hate
away.
this guy.
I ran all night and day.
And we're gonna make.
Couldn't get away.
You got to play the number one song. This is number 2, "Flock of Seagulls," and you can't think of this song
Without the hair. That guy's bald now, isn't he?
I don't know if he is.
Probably.
He had some glory days of hair.
Too much damn hairspray.
Right?
What's up with Captain Nerdington on the right there, like trying to fit in?
Dude, that one dude's like, if you
It's
ask
a cool
him
picture
for
day,
Wolverine,
man.
like we got
What's up,
Wolverine.
guys? I do the band's homework.
The dude on the left's the one that buys the beer because he's already going bald.
Yep, he's
Yeah.
already old
Yep.
enough to get the beer. And the guy in back's just a spaz. He's just a weirdo. And they ran. The video makes me think of that.
He never took his fucking finger off that one key. The entire fucking
Here you go.
video.
Number 1.
Come on, Eileen.
Eileen.
Oh, I swear.
At this
At this
moment,
moment,
that's all we know.
She means
You know
everything. You in that
Dexys,
dress.
Midnight Runners.
Confess, birds are dirty.
Chula, rula, root. I love that in Boondock
Come
Saints.
on. And break it down at half
Okay.
speed. Eileen
Little
Delura,
Raya.
come on. Eileen Delura.
Hey, come on.
That's it. That's my favorite
Chula,
part.
rula,
I will just say, I'm just gonna say, consent must have been asked because it's rude if they did not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he may have. I know the moment he did right here is when he asked her. Right here, hold on. Not there when they're playing in front of the old 5 and 9. Right there. Can I?
He's like, hey, can I?
Where do you want it,
She's like,
baby? Where do you want
Hey,
it?
Eileen.
Oh!
And then she's like, that'll be an extra $50.
Hey, Eileen. Where's Denise?
Nacho nailed it.
You can come anywhere you want for an extra $50.
Hey, what do I get for $10?
Look at that. He got her by
Nacho, it was the 80s. It was only an extra 20.
right. Inflation.
That's true, yeah.
Did he want
He's got her by the arm, like, no
$20
whore's gonna talk to me
$20.
like that.
That's it, man. That's the whole kit and caboodle.
No, we're missing.
Hold on,
Edie's
hold on. We got the list. We have the list here yet, so we have a couple more. How about "Blinded by the Light"?
Revved up like a douche.
Gotta sing it
Everybody
wrong.
thought douche. Don't you lie to me.
Yep, the boys are back in town. Thin Lizzy.
Boys are back in town.
Thin Lizzy should not be on
Layla,
this
is that
list.
la la la
Yeah,
la
neither
la
should
la
Layla.
la.
Thin Lizzy had more than
Alright
fucking one hit.
Right now, baby. It's
Bang it gong, get it on. They remade that in the '80s too. I Love Rocky Road. That was a
I love
Rock and roll.
Weird Al.
I hate that fucking song.
You what? You hate what song? I Love Rock and Roll.
Yep.
Really? How about
I hate it.
Rada? American Woman.
Stay
And
away
guess
from me.
Nestor didn't have any other. Oh, Toto had more than one song. They had
Fuck yeah, they
Rosanna.
did.
They had Africa.
Yeah, how could they be a one-hit wonder? Hold the line. Love isn't always on
They
time.
know
Take me away from you.
Back Betty, Bama Lama. Back Betty, Bama
Lamb,
Lama.
lamb.
Back Betty, Bama Lama.
Oh, Black
you
Betty.
see?
Lamb,
Rock
lamb.
and roll, hoochie coo.
Rock and roll hoochie coo. Lunatic Fringe, isn't that
Lunatic Fringe.
Dean Ambrose?
Dude.
Ahoo, werewolves in London.
Can't you see?
Love
Can't
will
you
find a way,
see?
just
That was a
give
good one
it
too, yeah.
time.
All that
Round and Round by
road.
Rat, man.
She
They
been
didn't have
doing
Way
me.
Cool Jr. They had many more good songs, man. Come on, Rat was good.
Yeah, I don't think they shared the same
Don't you
love of them as you and I do.
forget
Forget
about me.
I cannot hear that song without thinking of Breakfast Club. Sorry.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
That case
Fist
of
in the
loving
air.
you.
Bad case of loving you.
And there
Or
it is. We're not
should.
gonna take it.
Tell me the news.
No, we ain't gonna take it because Twisted Sister had other good songs too, so that's not really.
I know. We're not going to take it, which was fucking fun to cover. Like,
Yeah, it was. We
on
used to play-
stage, my guitar player actually bought me a cowbell just so I could do that song.
You need more cowbell, you know this.
But they had that. I wanna rock.
Yeah, that's the other one.
I want
Very
to
similar.
rock.
Great rock songs, man. Those are great rock songs from back in the day.
Play
So-
Nitro, so you can see my uncle.
We now know that 54% voted for The Simpsons for us to cover.
Nice.
So we will do an episode on The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Beavis
yeah.
and Butthead got 19%. Ren and Stimpy got 15%. South Park only got 12%.
I know.
So-
What the?
So we're going to cover The Simpsons a little more in depth. We'll get to some of those predictions and stuff that they did and some of the weird superstars that came onto the show and stuff as well. So we'll get more in depth to that. We got a He-Man episode, Masters of the Universe. We're going to get really in depth on that as well. I think I really want to do parody songs. Like
Yes.
Yes. Fuck yes.
Psycho
We'll have to
Stick on that one for sure.
the weirdest part with those though is you kind of do have to hear them though, because that's the funny part. I mean, we could go over lyrics, I guess.
You could post links in the chat so everybody can go and open up a second
Welcome to
tab.
class here at MIT. Drop building champion of DT. Yes, sure, that's my
Some of
favorite
them-
MC.
Some of them, like the Weird Al ones, a still shot of some of the video will bring back some of the memory of some of those, because some of his videos were iconic from back in the day.
Butter, raise a bird on Monday, soon I'll raise another. Think you're really righteous? Think you're pure at heart? Well, I know I'm a million times as humble as thou art. Okay, let's go. I know every single word of that song.
I was going to say something when we had the one commercial that we had was the Mad Balls. It was kind of like a rap. It was like weird when like hip hop started taking off, like all these weird, really corny commercials where the people were quote unquote rapping in them. I always thought those were really fish heads, roly poly fish heads. And I would have to include all the Dr. Demento songs in like those. So like really weird songs. You gonna play us out here, Nacho?
Where's some Spenguli?
Wally did have a good point. We should sing happy birthday to Tito before we leave.
Yeah. How about you know how to play happy birthday?
And Mordrin. Happy birthday to Mordrin, too.
It's birthday today, too, isn't it?
All right. Ready? We're going to do a little happy birthday for everybody. For Mordrin's birthday, Life's Magical Journey was in the building. There she is.
Tito, did you just tell us we have to sing happy birthday for you?
Yeah, we forgot. I talked about it like at the beginning of the show. Like that's the cliffhanger for the whole show. Like, stick around. For an hour and 48 minutes, we'll sing happy birthday for someone. Maybe. Maybe. See you next half an hour where we
never say that.
All right, so best way to close it out will be a little sing along with everybody, and we'll do a little happy birthday for PFW, Tito, and Mordrin had his birthday yesterday.
I thought it was today.
Is it today as well?
I think so.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday to
you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday to you.
That's going all Marilyn Monroe on us here.
Happy
birthday,
dear
President. And whoever else has a birthday on this day.
Oh, two snorts! Yes!
Love it.
I
I
said
live
3
for
was the
this shit.
over-under. Happy birthday
To you
bitches.
and many more.
Yeah,
Lord
sing
Jesus.
it, Firestar.
Old and it's
Fuck
only
your birthday.
You can't say you don't know the words, Firestar.
Yeah. Now you have to do it.
Everybody knows happy birthday.
Firestar has to sing a song before we leave.
Sing it.
You're on
Sing it.
live. It's all you. It's the Firestar
All
show.
you.
Sing me a song.
No.
Sing along.
Firestar, please.
Sing for the moment. Sing for
You're
the
the
Kia.
Firestar. No?
Okay,
No.
okay, fine.
Yes.
Where did Cassie go?
She's still here. She's listening. I think.
Her phone might have died.
Firestar. Firestar. What are you gonna sing?
Shit, Nacho might be able to play it for you.
She's not gonna play along. Boo hoo. Well, I'm glad you were part of the show, everybody. There she is. She's back.
Yay!
Push the wrong button. Oopsie.
Firestar said she wants to sing a duet with you, Cassie.
That was not the rules.
I've
I've been singing all damn stream. It's her turn.
I'm a little bit country. She's a little bit rock and roll.
I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
We got 7 minutes here until Big Daddy Beard goes live. DJ Arrow is going to be on there. It's the Battle of the Beats. They're going to play, I think he said 4 or 5 different artists will be actually playing their music live on Big Daddy Beard's channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, make sure you guys check him out. I'm going to drop his link one more time before we jet out of here. And head over to there. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications so you know when he goes live. It's really cool because 2 of the guys, at least the one guy who's bringing back one last time, and he's got some really good stuff. So here is Big Daddy Beard's channel. Make sure you guys click on that, subscribe. I'll be in that chat here in a few minutes. Make sure you guys are too. You can always hit us up with some ideas on what you want to see on the Legion of Dork. We've covered a lot of stuff. We want to keep it retro. So we always want to talk about some stuff from the past, whether it's 70s, 80s, even 90s and early 2000s as well.
I vote that we go back and visit the other 80 songs from that top 100.
Well, I mean, a couple other ones on there. Do you guys remember Haircut 100, Love Plus One? Love Plus One. You don't remember that song? I remember the video is kind of weird. I think someone was swinging through. I mean, I could sit here and pick out names. There's still a lot of great songs. Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time. That could have been on the list.
My girl likes to party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time.
I would have never guessed who sung it, but Paul Lakakis. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you
in my room.
Oh
Let's
my
spend the
god.
night together from now until forever.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you fuckers left me hanging.
Don't have me no lines and keep your hands to yourself.
Georgia Satellites. Covered that one too. I fucking love that song.
Pretty Poison, Catch Me, I'm Falling.
Can you catch me? I'm falling.
Hey, but I do remember Nana Cherry, Buffalo Stance. You remember that one?
I can't.
I do the dive every time we dance. I make it love, baby, not romance. So don't you mess with me. The Buffalo Stance. You remember Nana Cherry? You remember It's Raining Man? Hallelujah.
I think I do remember that.
It's raining men.
I did the job in the Buffalo Stance. Oh, you remember Buffalo Stance?
I definitely remember it now that you're saying the words. I never knew the name of the song.
Alana Miles, Black Velvet.
No, I heard it like twice.
Black Velvet.
I
I didn't know that song was about Elvis.
Velvet in that slow southern
Yeah.
style.
I don't
A
know
New
new
religion
religion
that'll
bring
bring the
you
boy
to your
to your knees.
knees.
Black Velvet.
Velvet,
I
if
wonder
you
if
please.
Donna Lewis is on there. I
We have to
love
go
you
back to the butt.
always, ever. Near
The
a
butt.
fight when
How
we're
about
together.
Chris DeBerg, Lady in Red?
She's dancing with me.
Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
When you go down to the shop, putting on the Ritz.
Rodney Dangerfield, Rappin' Rodney is on this list.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Ballad
Really?
of Jane, L.A. Guns. There's that old hair.
Even she's singing. Now you got no excuse.
All right, ladies and germinals, you ready for Battle of the Beats? I appreciate it. Firestar, thanks for being a part of the show.
No problem.
Glad to have you here. Cassie, the Monkey, thanks for stopping by.
Hi, Ivy.
Glad I could make it.
Chance, I was glad I could finally hear you sing "Take on Me."
I know, can breathe.
And of course, Ivy and Super Nacho. Wouldn't be a show without you guys either.
Ivy, you are a great kid. You cracked me up so much yesterday. It was like my heart's gonna hurt for the rest of the day.
My soul will be
My
dark.
soul. There you go.
My soul will be dark.
My soul will be as dark as the dark as space. Wait, what's your day?
Let's all hang tight for a minute here. And go ahead and well, we got 2 minutes until we can just raid Big Daddy if he goes live. So let's.
Here's a fun fact for all of you Weird Al people. If you aren't already aware, Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter, is cast as Weird Al.
What?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, actually I did know that.
Well,
you know what? Weird Al fucking deserves that. Effing sorry.
Weird Al deserves to be Weird Al. He could
Thank
still
you.
play-
Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
He can still play with himself. I mean, play himself. So Ivy's gonna sing us a song.
Sing.
Ivy, you want to sing?
Song.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a
That just made my day.
And Nacho's dying right now.
That is good parenting, Nacho.
So,
Ray Shimmer, baby.
you gotta be
He was
shitting
in the back
me.
of the songs. He brought me to the Dollar Tree and sang. And he was on the radio.
Shroom Life.
Okay, let's let me drop a little old commercial. Let's see something good here.
Every 90s commercial ever. That's a funny one.
Hey, we can dance a little bit with this one.
Bombonimentos. Anapat ito.
Momentos.
The fresh maker.
Everything better.
Somebody can get her.
No, we keep the jingles going. Somebody come get her.
A double pleasure's waiting for you. A double pleasure for double mint gum. A double great feeling, making you realize double is the one for you.
A double pleasure, a double income.
Okay. Looking back at that now with the mindset that I typically run with, there's a proposition in there.
Double mint gum. Hell yeah.
Right.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
The money comes first.
Menage a trois. All right, here we go. Let's get this Blaze raid on. The debate table is open. Big Daddy Beard is live. He's got some heads over there already. He's going to showcase some artists. It's going to be really fun. Make sure you guys over there drop the hashtag Blaise Raid. Let them know we're coming over there. We're going to close this shop down. We'll be back for more Legion of Dork very soon. So make sure you guys.
On that note, so I can bounce over there. Peace, guys. Love you.
Peace.
Bye, Kate.
Peace, Dusty.
Goodbye.
Thanks for having you on. Chance, thanks for having you on. See you over there.
Yeah, I'll probably be a little bit. I got to get
Rate them, folks. Thank you, Nacho. Ivy, Drum, Firestar.
No bed.
We're out of here.
No bed.